This video covers the setting up of your system defaults for your asset management software. Log on as Assets. When you log on to the software, it will ask you, are you at the server, yes or no? If your software has been loaded onto your school network, you would answer, no, you're not at the server. But if it's just loaded onto a local laptop that you're going to go around the school with, then answer yes. I will answer yes in this situation. It then goes into the main menu. But what we're going to do in this particular video is cover your system defaults. So click on System Defaults and you go into the default screen. The first field is the status of the system. You would normally leave it as open for business, especially if you're working on a laptop. But if you're working on a network, you have two other options. The one is close it for when you're doing a stock take, and then only you will be able to use the software, or temporarily close if you're doing, say, an update or you're changing just some values within your code files, then you could temporarily close it. That would then stop people using it for a while. But as I say, in most cases, you're going to leave it open for business. Your registered name is a name that we give to your school. It's just a short name that we use within our systems. And then the school name, you put in the name of your school and end it with assets. It's important that you do this so that when we print out any barcodes, the word assets appears at the top of the actual barcode that's being printed. Then fill in your street address and your postal address. We use this, the street address we use if we have to send updates to you and we want to deliver them, or if we're delivering, say, barcode readers or anything like that. Postal address is used for the accounting side. The current year, you can fill in whatever you want, but as you move from one year to next, this is automatically updated. I've set up the software so that it's going to run in the year 2024. So any reports that are generated by the system would be for your asset status in the year 2024. We provide you with an enabling code, and once a year we would send you a new code, and it would expire on a particular date 12 months hence. Your runtime for the actual software lasts for 12 months, and then you are required to renew it. And the system will tell you how many days you've got left for this particular license code. Then we ask you the question, do you use depreciation calculations? You can use the asset software to simply record your assets or your inventory within the school. But if you want to use depreciation and have the depreciation calculated automatically for you, then you have to tick this particular box here. What happens then is that every time you go into an asset, its depreciation calculations will be automatically done for you in the background. And when you enter new assets in the system, it would expect you to put in your purchase value. Do you use a modern graphics printer? This is only really necessary if you are going to print out barcodes for your assets, and then we need to have a decent printer. Your default asset register, when we get to the point where we put in the asset registers, and you will see that you can have any number of asset registers running in parallel throughout your school, the default would automatically appear in this particular field. And then in all the reports that are printed, the value of the asset is equal to the number of those assets that you have the school multiplied by whatever price you want. And we normally recommend that you use the purchase cost to do your depreciation values and to do your value of your assets. But you can, if you want to, on some reports you could come back to here and say that you want to put in the depreciated value, and then that would be the value that would be used on the report in that particular print cycle. Or you can use the replacement cost. This is the setting up of your defaults. It literally tells ProAssets how to run. So that's the end of this particular video. Click on Update and that information is stored away in your database, and now your software would run according to those system defaults. To exit from the software, you click on Exit from ProAssets System and close down. That is the end of this video.